Hi, my name is Gemma. I am a personal trainer. I've been in the industry working now for around 20 years. I'm also an educator and I teach Certificate 3 and 4 in fitness. I have been coming to World Gym Marsden Park for around almost 2 years, 18 months or so. I actually competed last year in the IFBB Pro League in the women's physique division. Got third place, which was pretty cool. And looking to compete again this year as well. So the first time I saw the Neubie was I was actually just coming to the gym doing my own training and stuff, and I saw the PTs. I didn't even know Adam at the time or Sam, but I saw people walking around with this machine on like a little trolley, and I was like, what is that? And I was quite intrigued by it, and I saw the electrodes, and because I've been in the industry a long time, I understand and the way that kind of stuff kind of works, and I was very intrigued. So I learned quite a bit on social media from some of the things that Adam actually had been posting, and yeah, it just kind of got me intrigued, and I wanted to know more. So the reason I actually started and wanted to try the Neubie in the first place was because I was talking to Ash, one of the members at the gym, and I saw her working with Adam doing it, and I also saw it online, and I was sort of intrigued about it, and I asked her a few questions about it. And because when I did my competition, I definitely got lean enough and I had the muscle mass and everything, but there were definitely lagging body parts, and I've always had areas of my body that were stronger than others. And particularly the feedback that I got from the judges was I needed to put on more size in my quads, more size in my sort of mid to lower traps, even though I had a giant back. But the fact was, I was like, okay, how can I go about growing these babies? Because quads have always been something that I've struggled to grow. So I spoke to Ash, and because she's obviously a wellness competitor as well, I thought to myself, this sort of sounds good. And then it kind of spurred on the idea to actually go and have a chat to Adam and see if it would work for me. Okay, so the first experience was quads. I actually went all in on quads, and because that was the main area that I was sort of concerned about, and it was kind of how I had expected. I've used machines before for rehab, as in like recovery, but never in training before. So I knew what the feeling with that sensation would feel like, but I didn't know what it would be like training with it. I felt such an incredible pump afterwards. I felt really strong throughout the session. Adam was really good. He sort of explained everything to me, gave me a good rundown around how it worked, all the things like, how my body would probably react afterwards. But yeah, and first session I was hooked for sure. So the way it felt was like just this intense contraction of the muscle really is the best way to describe it. It's a slow, tingly kind of sensation where you can feel the fibers starting to wake up and activate, and then all of a sudden you can feel the muscles actually contract, and you can actually see it as well, particularly on the quads or on the shoulders. You feel it. Some people feel like it's sort of, would say it would always be like a cramp, but it's not. You can still move through it, so it's not painful, but it's definitely a lot more intense, and there's a lot more intensity in the muscle. And because of that, you don't want to lift heavy or can't lift heavy. It's not necessary because you're getting so much contraction already out of the muscle. It was a really good feeling to not have to put as much load through my body, but still get the same, if not better, contraction in my muscle. So I talked to my coach about using it because I have a separate coach that I work with. And I spoke to him about using it, and he hadn't really heard a great deal about it. And then after I said to him that I was going to try it, he went and did some research and found out how good it was as well, and sort of said, yeah, go for it if you want to give it a go. So the way I sort of incorporate it into my training, because I do train a lot, I train sort of 6 days a week, I incorporate it so that I know the body parts that I have to train on a specific day, and I organize my sessions with Adam. If I do that body part, I say, okay, let's do a session either on my back or on my quads or my hamstrings or whatever, in relation to what day it is that I'm training or should be training those body parts based on my program. So definitely had some incredible results. My strength and my control of the movements, I've definitely noticed a big difference. I've definitely noticed a difference in terms of the overall activation of the muscles. Like I get way, way better mind-muscle connection, and I can feel it much more throughout my sets. Usually it used to take me a while to kind of feel it throughout the set, and wouldn't be until the end of the set that I would feel it. Now it's almost instantaneous as soon as I start the working sets that I do. And then also on top of that, the results in terms of growth, I've grown size on my quads. My glutes have grown bigger as a result of my quads getting bigger. My back's grown. I've got more development in my mid to lower traps, and my shoulders have blown up. So I'm very, very happy.